Hey guys, so I did a video on this somewhere towards the end of October, I believe, or October, August, from what I remember. And it was about safety razors and straight razors. Um, I kind of want to make a little bit of a somewhat updated video because this is I'm hoping that this goes the way I hope it goes, and it becomes a two-parter. Um, for sorry, I'm trying to move myself around. For the sole purpose of showing how the blade that I'm going to be reviewing actually works out. So both of these, I'm pretty much doing two videos in one. It's going to be more of an updated video on straight razor stuff or safety razor stuff, and it's also going to be a review on a company called Bevel. Not sponsored by them. I wasn't sent anything. I bought these products myself, which actually, let me go get the other products. All right, so I got the extra products, so I'm going to be talking about those after I'm done with the first part of this, which is about safety razors. Pretty much about how to, like, kind of how you should go about cleaning them and loading a razor into them, because I actually have 3 safety razors. 2 of them open differently, but I kind of say all 3 open differently because of where the third one is actually located. So I'm just gonna let you guys know this now. This is gonna be somewhat of a longer video than I plan on actually doing. But just to get started, we are actually going to get started with the Bevel safety razor. It's a very nice design, and actually, like, the top and the handle here is stone finish, or like a stone wash. So thankfully, I know how to use my my Logitech camera settings, so I can actually do the focus on this myself. But anyway, here is the razor, or the safety razor, I should say. It's kind of like a stone wash finish on this and on the grip. I know it is hard to kind of see. I'm trying my best. And then the rest of it is actually kind of like a mirror silver finish. This one opens by holding the top piece, twisting it, so the handle comes off, and then it becomes a 3-piece. So what you would do then is on here, you would take a safety blade, or a safety razor blade, pop that on, pop the guard back on, and then carefully screw it back in, which I need to start being more careful because I actually almost cut my finger. Then you can hold it and then almost did it again, and just tighten it. So the nice thing that I like about this safety razor is that the sides cover the edge of the razor blade, which the other 2 I have do not, and I will show you what I mean by that. So actually, for now, I'm going to leave this undone. So on the other one I have, it is by Viking's Blade. And this one is called the Emperor. This one also has... Sorry, it's very hard to see the way I have stuff. This one also has numbers 1 through 10. I say 10 because of Max being there after 9, so I'm going to say that's 10. But these numbers go with how aggressive you can get your shave. It moves the safety bar down or up depending on where you want it. So 1 is a... It actually says on there that a 1 and a 2 is what you would use for, like, sensitive skin, which is what I have. That's why I've got all this down here. But that's part of the reason why we're doing this video. But this one opens from the bottom, and then you just put the blade in like so. Close it up, and then if you can kind of see what I mean, I'll focus on this again. You can see the edges poking out, and actually sometimes if you get your finger caught or slip by accident, you actually can cut your finger on those edges. But anyway, back to the numbers. You can go from a very, I don't know what they would call it, I guess a very mild shave to a very aggressive shave. So to me, I say that 1 through 3 or 1 through 4, somewhere around that, is the most mild, and then about 5 and 6 or 5 to 7 is more about the medium, and then 8 to 10 is the most aggressive that I guess you can get. By the way, the blade that I am using is actually one that I haven't used in a while, and actually I should have changed out last month. This is also by Shaving Revolution, which I have a box of like 50. And the nice thing too is that if you don't have sensitive skin, then you can get a good couple shaves out of these. But people with sensitive skin, it might be better off to, especially if you get a pack of 50, you can change it out after every shave. Usually that's what I do. I haven't done it on the Bevel yet. I've only used one blade and I got a couple shaves out of it, and then I kind of just toss it because I can usually tell when I'm shaving and it starts to tug just the slightest, then I should probably change it out. But the next safety razor is this one, and this is actually by the same company called Feather that makes the feather blades, which from what I know are the sharpest blades on the market. And I use them every now and then. I'll use them on something like this, because then I'll bump it down to like a 2 or something to get a very like mild shave, because they really those blades really screw up my skin, no matter what kind of product I use for shaving. But the reason why I say all 3 of them open different, because the first one is a 3-piece, the second one you twist from the bottom. This one is another butterfly open, but it opens from the top with this silver knob. It's actually a wider opening area, which actually I find kind of nice. So same thing, you plop that in there, and then you just close it back up, and then there you go. And then just like the other one, this one also sides stick out of the blade, but that's not really a big deal. So in the sense of cleaning, and actually I haven't used this safety razor in a while, and I actually haven't cleaned it, so it's kind of dirty. But if you have, like, if you want to go into like a deep clean method, I would suggest getting an older toothbrush maybe, and then kind of like scraping it with the toothbrush and just cleaning as much as you can. But if you don't want to go too far into that and do anything that crazy, you could literally just, like, what I'll do is I'll fill the sink with a good amount of water, and sometimes it'll be warm, sometimes it'll be hot. It really all depends on how long it takes for the sink to fill up. And then I'll kind of just like soak it in there for a second, and then take it out, take some kind of like wash rag or something that's dry, and then just like dry it, use the edges of it to kind of like get in here. Or if you don't even want to fill up the sink, you don't even have to, just run it under the water, and the same thing, just use a towel and then just like scrape on the inside, make sure to get underneath. That last option is honestly the easiest that you could do. But if they start getting like real bad, it's gonna be kind of hard for me to show you. But like on the, I gotta get the right, there we go. Like, in a way you can kind of see like the gunk and shit. Actually, when it's like this, you can kind of see how dirty it is on this side. But that's just because the last time I used it, all I did was just rinse it off and I let it air dry, and then I put it away. I need to actually go in and clean this. I've had this for quite a while now. I will say, one of the only downsides I really know I can tell about the bevel razor, and I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm saying that it could be an issue that might be able to be fixed. Which actually, even the home user that's going to be using the razor can actually do this themselves. But when you're shaving, you know, your hands get wet and all that stuff, the handle and all that gets wet. This is very slippery. So just beware with that. It's not grip. Kind of like how like the patterns is on this one. You can get a good grip on this and just keep shaving. But it's very minimal, and you can actually kind of help that yourself if you have an Allen block. Just rub it on the fingers that you're going to be using to hold the razor. For the most part, I shave like this with my fingers in this alignment, and just rub Allen block on it. Just get the Allen block wet, rub it on there. Just rinse off your fingers slightly so that there's still grippy, and then you can go ahead and just mess it up. You can do what you need. That's pretty much it for this part. I do recommend, though, if you are going to be using safety razors, of course you're going to need safety razor blades, which also means that you are going to need a razor bank. This one is made by Rockwell. Now, just to clarify, none of these products that I'm talking about are sponsored. Would be kind of cool though. Not sponsored, not paid to say anything good. These are just products that I've bought off of Amazon and have tried and actually have had some pretty decent luck with them. But the razor bank, you put your razor blade in here after you're done, and then once this is filled up, you can toss it and then buy a new one. Now, they make them like this so that you can safely throw away your razor blades, and it's fairly cheap. This was $4 when I got it. And I've had this for just about a year now, and it's still not filled. So, if you ever really wanted to check, the bottom opens up. See what I mean? There's so much room in here. And there's only a stack of razor blades, probably about this thick. So, that just kind of shows you how long this is going to last you. Depending on how often you really, really shave, this could last you from a couple months, maybe a couple years. I don't know, because I do different stuff with my facial hair all the time. I'm either shaving, or like when my neck gets really bad like this, I'll just use a trimmer until it goes away. But again, that's why we're here talking about Bevel, because I actually, since I've been shaving, I actually haven't broke out anymore since I started using it, which is a very good thing. So anyway, the links for all the products that I'm showing you will be in the description below, including the stuff from Bevel, which is going to be the second part of this video, which is going to be here in a second, because I just got to get stuff set up, and then I'll be right back. Also, if you wanted to grab this by feather, if it's still available on Amazon by the time I upload this video, it came in this case. There's also a little spot here, and it comes with 5 feather blades that I've already used. They're already gone. Alright, everybody, so welcome to the next part. So this part, I'm going to be reviewing Bevel, and then I'm going to go shave. Hopefully that goes okay because I haven't done a proper shaving video yet. I'm gonna record it on my phone, and then of course include it in the video. And then yeah, I'm just gonna kind of give my end thoughts after I'm done. But anyway, so if you're going to get Bevel, I suggest getting the shaving kit and trying it out first. When I got it, it's not available anymore because I'm looking at it on Amazon right now. It was the shave kit, which actually here I'll show you. It was this shave kit, and when I got it, it was $50. I believe there was a sale, but it was $50. Now there's 3 options. I guess starting from $90, which I wouldn't pay that. But on Amazon there is their newer version, which is $75, which is also on sale right now. But yeah, I don't know if it's a new formula or something. The only thing I'm really noticing is that it's a different color. Or you can just go to their actual website, getbevel.com. Just look around at their shop. They got all different types of stuff. They got stuff for your body, shaving. They got stuff for your hair, your skin, or even your beard. They have either a one-time order for $90. So honestly, it's the same thing as this, except on Amazon right now it's just cheaper. Or you can do the auto shipments, which the first month that you get it, it's going to cost the extra $25.50 because it's going to come with the safety razor and the shaving brush. After that, it's just going to be $60 a month, and it'll come with the pre-shave oil, the shaving cream, and the post-shave balm. Or you can just look at their shop, go to shave, and then just get the stuff on its own, which I wouldn't recommend it because when you do the shave kits, you actually save money. Because you figure if you gotta get the pre-shave oil, $15. The pre-shave or the post-shave balm, $15. That's $30. Wow, I really need to get a calculator for math. Hang on. Maybe I'm just dumb, which is a huge possibility. But from what I'm noticing, it's actually a little bit cheaper to get separate. But anyway, they do have the shave kit system for you. And then of course they do have on their Amazon page, same thing. They got the shaving cream, they got the pre-shave oil, they got their shave balm, and the blades, which actually I may be getting more of the blades after I start running out, but here's the problem. It's not a problem. I just don't really know if it was supposed to come with this, but let me actually see just in case something got messed up. Alright, not too sure. But anyway, when I got my shipment, it came with 2 10-packs of blades, which is very, very nice because a lot of stuff on Amazon, if it comes with a set of blades, it'll only come with like 10 or something. But anyway, the reason for Bevel, for coarse and curly beards, it's for coarse and curly beards. They help prevent razor bumps, helps reduce tug and pull. It's not toxic, and yeah, the tug and pull is mainly the blade itself, but the products do really help. Anyway, like you saw in most of the beginning of the video, you got the safety razor, which I'm actually gonna keep open because I'm gonna be putting a blade in it pretty soon. It comes with the shaving brush. This is a badger brush, which means you are gonna have to soak it in water before using it. You know, I really don't know how long you're supposed to, because I do my stuff somewhat different. Okay, so apparently the answer is anywhere between 2 to 10 minutes. I looked at 3 different websites and they gave me different answers, so I'm just gonna say an even 5. I know I said even. I just mean 5 minutes. So a good thing to kind of like try out is something that I do. I generally do 5 minutes because what I'll do is I'll let it soak in the water while I get my face ready to be shaved. So the way to do that is I will put some hot water on my face and then start off with the priming oil or the just the pre-shave oil, which is actually very nice. I have the Art of Shave pre-shave oil, and to me, I gotta say that this really knocks it out of the park. Only because it's not, I'm gonna say it's not grippy. It's actually kind of like slick. The Art of Shave pre-shave oil, every time I've used it, it's always been kind of like tuggy, and I don't like how it feels. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the Art of Shaving. I have a few of the shave creams and all that, but I generally just don't like the pre-shave oil. But that's my own opinion. Back to this one. This one is actually very, very slick. It says to use about a nickel-sized amount, and then let it absorb for a few minutes. Yeah. Oh, and it looks like they are out of Atlanta, Georgia, which is about 10 hours from me. I live here in Florida, so. But the next thing you'll get is the shave cream, which you can do this one of 2 ways. This also says use a nickel-sized amount. I use what I think I need. So you can either put it in a bowl or on a... So the first part is going to be with a shaving bowl. The second part is going to be with just the brush. So for the first part, you can either squeeze some into a bowl, or you can put it on top of the brush and then create a lather in the bowl. Or you can, if you don't have a bowl or if you don't have time for a bowl, you can put it on the brush and just lather on your face. So it is important to kind of do circle motions, which actually, if you look at Bevel, they actually do mention that in their video. So the last thing that you're going to be using... Never mind. So after you got the pre-shave oil and the shaving cream on your face, you're going to need some blades. So you'll be using a blade from them, which I will actually take out because I'm going to need one anyway. So I thought they would put... Also, be very careful when taking them out. That's just... they also don't have the little wax paper on the inside like Feather does. I'm not gonna lie, I honestly thought they were gonna have some type of branding on this, but they don't. It's just a blank safety razor. But that's not a big deal. I also did see some people comment on their stuff on Amazon and asking questions about how many shaves you can get out of these. A few people said 10 because what they'll do is they'll use blade this way, and then after they're got a couple shaves out of it, they'll flip it over and use the other side. Which, I'm gonna be honest, in the 2 years that I've been using a safety razor, I've never thought of that. So you learn something new every day. I'm sorry about my nose. My nose, for some reason, it's always when I'm recording or streaming, my nose just goes absolutely insane. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the I'm gonna get the blade on. Without hurting myself, I'm gonna get this on. Hopefully. Always make sure that your blade is what's it called? Even on both sides. You can do that just by checking the top and seeing how far the blade protrudes out. This is not a very aggressive shave. This is actually pretty mild, which I'll show later. So after you're done shaving, you can do, for the first pass, of course, with the grain. If you have sensitive skin and you want to go for another pass or two, again, go with the grain. I don't break out up here at all when I shave, only on my neck. That bothers the livid hell out of me. But I'll do one pass with the grain all the way down. This I usually do only 2 passes. But if I'm going somewhere and I want to really look decent, I'll do 3. But I'll do 1 with the grain, and then on the second one, on my actual face, I'll go this way. I believe this will be across the grain. On both sides, I'll go across, which actually you'll see when I shave. And then on my neck, I still do with it's the same with this. Actually, for the second pass, I'll do my mustache like that. Instead of like this, I'll do like that. So it's somewhat so that it's smooth. The chin, I really don't do much with the chin. I literally just do the same with the grain. But after you're done with all that and you're done with the shave, go ahead and wash with cold water, or what I'll do. Part of my routine is I'll rinse off with warm water, get the alum block, wipe it all around, and then while I let the alum sit on there for a little bit, I will clean my brush, I will clean the razor, wait, and then after I'm done with all that, it's usually by the time where you should wash it off. So then I'll wash off with cold water, pat dry the face, and then use the Bevel Restoring Balm, which is their aftershave. Now, I did not know this until I used it, so that's why I'm warning you now. It has menthol in it. Menthol cools the face. I'm getting tired of my nose. But yeah, menthol cools the face, which actually, I don't know if I've shown my pre-shave cream at all, but I have a pre-shave cream in the bathroom that I usually use by Parasso, and it's the green one because it has menthol in it. It actually really does help cool the face, especially like if you're in the bathroom, if you decide to shave after the shower and you know it's hot in there, and you know, but the aftershave has menthol, cools the face, very nice. Kind of alarming if you don't know. And there's no ingredients on here to where it actually tells you if there is or isn't. Okay, so this was another thing that I did not know. although I've been using it like this. So on the days that you don't shave, use nightly for maintenance and restoration. So you could use this like before you go to bed. That's actually how I use it. I just didn't know that they would put instructions like that on here. But on the days that you don't shave, use it before you go to bed. It'll actually kind of be nice, especially with the cooling effect. If it's a little warm in your room or something, if you're going to bed. But it just helps with your skin. Makes it a lot easier. But yeah. So I know this has been dragging on. I know I'm not the best at reviews. But that's why I made this channel. So I could start trying and practicing. So, with that in mind, I am going to go get set up so I can shave. And then we'll kind of just go from there. But yeah, anyway, I will see you guys when I get back for my end result. So just to kind of let you guys know, I'm not going to be talking that much because my grandmother's sleeping in the other room. But I did want to mention, this is the pre-shave I was talking about, the art of shave. That I wasn't a personal fan of. And then here's the other one I actually do use, the Brasso. This is the green one. It smells great. Anyway, I'm not gonna be talking. I'll probably be doing a voiceover. And I was right. I plan on doing a voiceover for this. So right now I'm just getting everything ready, just getting the water hot while I grab my bowl and everything else that I need. So that's the bowl that I will be using. It is one that's actually known as an extra large just because it's a bigger diameter. And then of course you're gonna need a towel. So at this point right now, I'm filling up the bowl with hot water, just to kind of heat up the bowl so that the lather is at least warm. I really haven't had the best stuff with heating up a bowl. But as you can see, it's filled up. Now I am going to get ready to soak the brush. I'm going to be doing this for a couple minutes while I get my face ready. And now that it's pretty much done soaking, what I am doing here is just putting it into the bowl with the hot water, just to give it a little more time to soak in while I get my face ready. So right now I'm just rinsing my face with warm water. It's actually a little bit hotter than I usually do it, but this is so that your hair on your face gets soft. And right now I'm just going to dump the bowl and then squeeze out the water from the brush. Now, since I'm just about ready, I'm just gonna squirt some of the shave cream in. The bottle does say about a quarter size amount. Like I said, I usually do a little bit more, especially with how big this bowl is. And now just grate the lather. I was trying to show it in the rear mirror there. But anyway, you're gonna want to do this for 40 seconds to a minute, all depending on how thick you want your lather. If you want something that's not going to take up that much time, then I would recommend getting a synthetic shaving brush and then just run it under the water, because those you don't have to soak. So just run it under the water, grate the lather, and then you'll have a very thin shave lather instead of what I like and I usually like thick lathers, kind of like an actual like how a shaving gel foams up, or other types of shaving products that are a little bit more like foamy and on the thick side, kind of like Barbasol or like Gillette shave gel, stuff like that. Stuff that has a nice thick lather to it. Now I'm rinsing my face off again with hot water, and then I'm going to start applying the pre-shave oil. It's the same thing as everything else, about a quarter size amount in your palms. I did a little bit less than I usually do. I thought it was enough. I'm not gonna add any more, but I probably should have. Now it's time to get the lather. So I usually just kind of leave it all on the edges of the bowl, especially with how big that bowl is. And then when I'm ready, I will go ahead and scrape some off the side, and then go ahead and apply it to my face. And then because of how the brushes can be, there will always be some towards the bottom where the handle is. So you can go ahead and just scrape that off and then put it on top like I'm about to do here in a second. Never mind. Just remembered that I do that at the second pass. I do kind of want to say real quick, my bad for getting some things wrong. Even though I recorded the video, I'm recording this voiceover real time. So now it's time to do the shaving. So you're going to want to hold that at about a 30-degree angle, and if you don't know how, just put the head of the safety razor on top, go down until you can feel the blade, and then start shaving. Alright, so that's the end of the first pass. Towards the end there, I just kind of checked around to see if there was still a good amount of hair, and surprisingly, first time in a while, that first pass was actually pretty nice, clean, and smooth, and water was kind of everywhere. I usually don't shave with my shirt on and all that, so by the end of this, my shirt was kind of a mess. So on the second pass, you don't really need a whole lot of shaving lather or cream, whatever you want to call it. And if you see me doing this, like picking stuff out every now and then, it's because the bristles from the brush tend to fall off, and sometimes it can get annoying. But anyway, on the second pass, you'll notice that the lather is fairly thin. And this is actually a good thing because you don't want to use a whole lot like you do on your first pass. You really don't want to use that much on your first pass either. I just like using a good amount because I like a thicker lather. So like I was talking about earlier, the shaving cream gets towards the bottom of the brush, and that actually kind of is useful on the second pass when the shaving cream sometimes doesn't want to get applied to your face. You can just scrape it off, put it at the top of the brush, and then put it at the spot where it doesn't want to go. But towards the end of this, when I'm showing my cleaning routine, I do squeeze out the shaving cream from the boar bristle, and you actually can squeeze out the shaving cream that's in the brush and kind of like keep it on your hand, and then just apply more where you need it. But anyway, now what I was talking about from the video earlier, I go across the grain on my cheeks. So what I do is I puff a little bit of air on my cheeks just to kind of stretch the skin. Because when you're shaving, it's actually kind of good to stretch your skin so that you're not pulling on the hair, you're just cutting at the surface. Also, with safety razors, you don't want to apply any pressure. Just use the weight of the razor to go ahead and cut the hair. Because if you start applying pressure and all that, things get messy and bloody, which is never a good thing. So now that second pass is done, I went ahead and washed my face with warm water, and now it's time to grab the old Allen block. So you're gonna want to turn the water to cold, run the Allen block under the water for a couple seconds, and then go ahead and just start spreading it out and applying it everywhere that you shaved. Now, a few tips. This actually is pretty good at minimalizing razor bumps. It also kind of helps if you're prone to cold sores like I am, sadly. I've noticed that when I put it on a cold sore, or I put it on like a pimple, like if I got a pimple on my forehead or something like that, it does actually help kind of shrink it, or make it seem like it shrinks after a couple hours. And it stays like that for a while. So it's kind of like a temporary solution, I would say. So right there, you saw me squeeze out the brush. That's what I was talking about with the shaving cream. But since my hand was completely wet, it was more of like a thin cream instead of the thick lather. So a good method to actually cleaning it out is squeeze it a couple times. And then after it's squeezed out, grab a towel and just run it across lightly. You don't have to apply any pressure, just kind of like the safety razor, just light pressure. And then towards the end, I like to take the towel in my hand and just run it from side to side. Just kind of like, I don't know if you're doing makeup or something. I don't know. I don't wear makeup. But it's kind of like the same method. And then you'll see that the brush is back to about normal. Next is going to be the bowl. For the bowl, you just want to rinse it out. I don't only rinse it out. A lot of the times I will also do what I'm doing here. Use some kind of antibacterial soap just to kind of get all like the germs and stuff out of there. This is also good, especially for if you nick yourself on your first pass, or if you cut your face or something like that to where you got a little bit of blood going. If it doesn't stop by the second pass, you run your brush over the area and get blood on it. Then it gets in the bowl and all that. I've had that happen a few times. But anyway, after you're done with that, you're gonna go ahead and grab the towel and then just go ahead and dry it off. At this point, I'm just putting some of the stuff away, and I'm not going to put the post-shave oil, which I talk about in the next clip. Anyway, when it comes to the razor and cleaning it itself, what I do for this safety razor is I'll go ahead and take it apart. I'll take out the blade and put it to the side, and then I rinse off the pieces, and then I will put it back together. So yeah, I'll just rinse off the pieces under the water, and then I'll dry it off decently with the towel. And then when I am ready to actually put everything back together, if I put the blade back in, which I'm doing here now, I will slightly and carefully dry it off so that it doesn't keep the inside of the safety razor wet. And then I will carefully put everything back together. Alright, that is all for this portion of the video. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Alright, so my afterthoughts. Yes, I did realize after I stopped recording that I forgot to wash my face. So after I finished recording, I actually washed off the Allen block with cold water, and then dried my face. Only thing I haven't done is put the aftershave on, only because I usually do that after I shower. I'll put it on before I go to bed. But if this were normal, like if you were shaving in the morning, like before or after your shower, it would actually be better. If you actually shave in the morning, you might want to do it after a shower. Or if you shower the night before, like usually I do, and then you just want to shave in the morning, just do all that and then put the aftershave on after you dry your face. And now that my shirt is wet and it's cold in my room, it actually, the shaving system actually works very well. Now some of you guys might not be used to seeing me without my stuff. You know, I actually don't know if I've done a video yet where I had a good amount of facial hair. Let me see. So in all 3 videos that I've uploaded, because I recorded them on the same day, my facial hair was growing out. The only difference between how I look now and how I look in my usual videos, I usually keep a goatee. But because of some stuff, I started shaving it. I'm not going to get into details because it's fucking stupid. But anyway, I'm going to actually grow it back out. I just shaved for this video. I'm going to grow my stuff out. I don't do the no shave November thing. I don't do any of the stupid shit that people have came up with over the past, what, 2 to 5 years of this November and December shit. I don't do that because I think it's fucking stupid. That's my opinion. You don't have to take me up on that. But yeah, I just don't do it because it's a stupid little challenge thing that people have came up with, so they can either get famous or say that they've done this or that. You know, I don't know. To me, it's dumb. So I don't do it. But I am actually gonna go the rest of November without shaving. But actually, you know, it looks bad on this side because it is. But it's actually not as bad as it was. When I get razor burn or razor bumps like this, I don't usually shave often more likely I'll use a trimmer for a couple weeks, could be a couple months, depending on how long it actually takes for this shit to go away. Now on this side, it's really not bad at all. This side used to look like this until I started using Bevel, shockingly. Now, I'm not saying it's going to work for everybody, and I'm not saying that that's the actual culprit, because sometimes I use different things, but I've found that I break out less when I use this stuff from Bevel. So, my conclusion, it's pretty good. I actually like it. None of the scents are strong. They're not, they shouldn't really irritate anything or anybody. I've used their stuff on my arms because, if I don't use their, like if I don't use a body trimmer or something, on my arms, I'll shave them. And I actually tried out their shaving cream on my arms, and it's actually kind of nice. Trying to think what else. So I'm sorry, a lot of these videos I do on the spot. I didn't think about doing this video until, how long was the first part? 30 minutes? I thought about this video about an hour and a half ago now. So I thought about it for like a good 15 minutes, and then I started recording. A few things took a couple takes, so that's why it took me this long to do this video. I also don't know how long this video is gonna end up being as of right now. But yeah. And yes, I say a lot. Leave me alone. I did it on my old channel. I'm doing it on this channel. Not gonna change. But speaking of change, if anybody's noticed, the only thing that has changed since the last video, I got a tattoo. Actually, I don't know if I had this tattoo in the other videos, because I forgot when I got it. No, I got it in September. My last video uploaded was in August. So yeah, I got a tattoo. It has nothing to do with this video. I just thought I'd point it out. If anybody has seen the show, if anybody has seen the show Supernatural, it's the anti-possession tattoo, which I found out after 3 days of having it. This is technically not the right design, but regardless, I think it looks cool. I really like it, so it's good. But yeah, apparently it wasn't the right design, but it's one of the designs, and I really love it. I do plan on getting more tattoos. I have a few other tattoo ideas. So whenever I get money saved up, then that's when I'll get them. But on another note, the blade actually shaves pretty nice. I really don't have much to compare it to, because it's been a long time since I've used anything other than the Shaving Revolution blades and the feather blades. The last time I used anything different was, I think, 2 years ago, because my first time shaving was with a 3-piece like this, and I thought you had to press down as hard as you do a cartridge razor. So I cut my neck over here, right here, over here, up here, and over here. And it was bad. I didn't cut that deep, but because of how sharp safety razor blades are, I actually got cut pretty good to where I actually had a stream of blood going down, where I had to run on the other side of the house because my dumbass didn't think to grab a towel like I had in the phone clip. I had to run my ass across the house, which is not far, but I still had to run across the house to grab it, just to have my grandmother start freaking out. Because the only reason why I switched to safety razors is because I've tried cartridge razors, straight razors, electric razors. I've tried just about any type of razor. Everything I've ever used makes me break out under my neck, and it bothers the living hell out of me. I do everything I can to actually prevent it, and nothing I've come up with helps. The only cartridge razor that I can say that has not made me break out is the Gillette Mach 3. And I've used it a couple times to do a shave like this and haven't broke out more than I already was. Which I find very interesting because I've used the Skin Guard by Gillette. I've used single blade cartridge razors. They're very hard to find. And other types of two blade razor cartridge razors. Different types of electric razors that are made for sensitive skin, like the one blade. I've tried Braun. I've tried Phillips, like the 3-head. I've tried a whole bunch. Only other blade that has not made me break out, and open it, is this straight razor that I got not too long ago, which I don't remember if I've done a video on yet. I might have recorded something, but I've not edited, but have not edit. Oh my god. In short, I may have recorded a video that's on my hard drive somewhere that has not been chopped up and exported into a full video yet. Anyway, between that, Bevel, and the Mach 3, those are the only things that I've used to cut my facial hair with that hasn't made me break out. Now this has been here for months. I have tried everything I can. I am not going to a doctor just to get prescribed something that may not work. And I mentioned that because I have been suggested by some people, not here on YouTube, but like family and stuff and a few friends. Like, why don't you go to a doctor and see what they say, see if they prescribe you anything? Because, well, the chances are that stuff working between the stuff I use, not going to be much difference. If that stuff don't work when they say it's for sensitive skin and prevents that stuff, if that says it doesn't really work, I don't think that anything the doctor is going to prescribe is going to work. Now, when it comes to acne, that's different. I've used Proactive before. It didn't work. I used some acne washes. Some of those actually works. So I will keep going down the line of products to see what happens or see the outcome. And if it works, I'm going to stick with it. Like with my acne face washes. I've used Oxy acne face wash. Weirdly enough, it worked for a couple times that I broke out bad. And now it's like it doesn't even work anymore. And I use it the way I've actually used it more. No, not more. I've used it the way that it says on the bottle. Now, I started getting the Neutrogena oil-free face wash, the acne wash, and now that works. So it's weird how my face is. Anyway, yeah. So that is the outcome and all that of the shave. Now, if I really want to, I don't know if I'm going to because I don't know how it's going to go. But if I decide to do this, then I will definitely do a video on it. When this stuff goes away, because I'm going to stop shaving now until all this goes away. It could be a couple months from now, because it's gotten to the point to where it's been either a couple weeks or a couple months. Oh, I'm getting a headache. But double crack. Once this goes away, I'll do one pass with the grain. I'm trying to think if I want to do one or two. I'm either going to do one with the grain and then one against, because when you do against, you can really get that like baby smooth shave, which feels really nice. Or I'll do two with the grain and then one against. Because I don't know. But I really think that the blades matter. Because if you get one that's kind of dull, it's just going to tug on the hair and it's going to cause razor burn and stuff. If you get one that's sharp like Feather or these Bevel ones, I noticed they don't tug. They actually cut. So it's just something to look into. It might not be for you. It really might not even be for me. I just might be lucky. But all you could really do is try it. So all the links in the description are for our products that I've mentioned in this video, including the Parasso and including the Art of Shaving pre-shave oil. That shit is expensive. So if you want to try it, feel free. But I'll leave the link in the one that I have. If I remember, it's called Bourbon. Doesn't smell like bourbon, and I like bourbon. So yeah, just go ahead and try them out. Do your own research before trying some stuff, and let me know down in the comments below if any of these products you've tried, if it works, if it doesn't work. This is just a video about me and what really kind of has worked so far for me since starting this journey. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all